Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. Another Monday. You may want a strap or a belt or like a bathrobe, tie, or a towel, anything long and strappy for today's practice. Please remember to always listen to and respect your body and only move in ways that feel okay for you. This is your practice, so please make it yours. Just because I say to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. So we'll start with a little Ujjayi breathing. We'll warm up, we'll stretch, we'll move, and we'll do a little meditation at the end. So welcome yourself to your practice. We'll take a minute to get centered. So just find your perfect posture. Ankles directly under the knees, spine long and straight. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Allow the shoulders to relax back and down. Lower your gaze or close your eyes and just take a minute to allow the focus of the mind to settle within the body and on the breath. Taking a minute to scan the body, noticing how your body feels today, without any judgment, without any expectation. Just notice how your body feels. And hopefully I'll remember at the end of class, we'll take a minute to check in again and notice if anything has shifted as a result of our chair practice today. If you'd like to set an intention or a dedication or a mantra for your class today, please take a minute to do that now. So an intention is thinking of any kind of quality or characteristic that you would like to be more present in your life. So it might be love, compassion, forgiveness, calm, peace, whatever speaks to you today. A dedication might be somebody in your life who needs some love or positive energy, prayers sent their way. You can dedicate this practice to them. And if you're doing that, just imagine their face in your mind's eye at this time. Sending them some love and light. Good. Gently blink open the eyes. So Ujjayi pranayama is a breath practice where the throat is slightly constricted. It can be a challenge to teach and a challenge to do, but we're going to give it a go. So let's imagine, hold your hand out in front of you like it's a mirror, if you can pretend your hand is a mirror. And we're just going to take 3 breaths. And on the exhale, imagine you're trying to fog up that mirror. So take a breath in through the nose. Exhale, fog up your mirror. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale. One more. And then we're going to try to do that with the mouth closed. So inhale through the nose and exhale like you're fogging up the mirror, but your mouth is closed. So it's going to be like this. 2 more. And then resume normal breathing and just imagine that Ujjayi breath. So that slight constriction of the back of the throat, and try to do that on your inhale as well. If it doesn't work, just stick with the constricted feeling in the throat on your exhales. So it's an audible breath. It almost sounds like Darth Vader. Yeah, so let's practice 3 rounds of Ujjayi breath. And you should be able to hear me, hopefully. And the invitation is for you to stick with that Ujjayi breath throughout our practice today. So the benefits of that Ujjayi breath is that it helps to slow down and deepen the breath. And it can also regulate your breath. You know, sometimes if we're moving a lot and your heart starts beating fast, your breath becomes shallow. If you reconnect with that Ujjayi breath, it helps to regulate the breath. And it also helps the mind to focus on the breath because it's audible. We hear it and we stay a little bit more focused on the breath and within the body. So that's Ujjayi breath. And if you hear me breathing throughout the practice when I'm not running my mouth, I'll try to remind you, but focus on that Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction in the back of the throat on the inhales and the exhales, or just the exhales to start with. That's a great way to start when you're a newbie with Ujjayi breath, is just focusing on fogging up that mirror on your exhale with your mouth closed if you can. All right, so we're going to keep that left knee right where it is. If you scooch to the edge of your seat, the left knee is going to stay bent. That right leg is going to extend straight out to the side. The heel of the foot is the only thing touching the ground. And we're going to inhale both arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, the right hand comes to the right leg. And we're going to take a side bend over to the right. Keeping that left hip rooted. Slow, deep Ujjayi breath. Good. On an inhale, bring both arms back up by the ears. And on an exhale, the left hand comes to the seat of the chair. And we're going to take a side bend over to the left. Keep reaching down and out through that right heel. Breathing into the right side body with that Ujjayi breath. Good. On an inhale, both arms up by the ears. Exhale, release the arms, rebend that right leg, and we'll take that on the other side. So now the right knee is bent forward, left leg extends out. You can't really see it because it's under my couch. We're going to inhale both arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, left hand to that left leg, and we're going to take a side bend over to the left. Breathing into the right side body. Keep the right shoulder drawn back so we're not rounding into it. The focus is all along the right side body, out through the right fingertips. Ujjayi breath. Good. Inhale, both arms up by the ears. Exhale, right hand to the seat of the chair. And we side bend over to the right. Left arm up by the left ear. And breathe. Good. Inhale, both arms up by the ears. Relax the arms down. Rebend both knees. And we're going to take the same thing with the legs. So this time the right leg extends out. We're going to square the shoulders over that right leg. And maybe the hands walk down to the thigh, the calf, the floor, your foot. Maybe if you need or want a block, you could put the block there. But we're just taking any kind of stretch over that straight right leg. Ujjayi breath, audible breath. Keep the left hip rooted. Just waking up the back of that right leg. Good. Slowly walk yourself back upright. Rebend the right knee and extend the left leg out. Kind of helps to get to the edge of your chair. Square the shoulders to face the left leg and find your forward fold, whatever that looks like for you today, over your straight left leg, and breathe your Ujjayi breath. Good. Nice and easy. Walk the torso back upright. Rebend the left leg. And you can't quite see my feet here, but we're just going to lift the toes. So we're lifting the toes and then we're lifting the heels, and we're just going to flow like that. So lift the toes on an inhale. Lift the heels on an exhale. Ujjayi breath. Just nice and slow, nothing fast, waking up the ankles, the legs. One more time. Lift those toes as high as you can, keeping the heels on the earth, and then toes on the earth, heels lift. And relax. So we're just going to connect that Ujjayi breath with some movement of the arms. So we're going to inhale, arms up, exhale, palms face down as we lower the arms. Two more. Go ahead and inhale the arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, we're going to take a twist to the right. So the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Right hand reaches back for the back of the chair. And we inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. No forcing the twist here. Finding a twist that's comfortable in your spine. Using your breath to determine if you need to back out a little bit. If you're not able to get that full deep breath, back out of your twist a little. Head can be back, your gaze can be back over your right shoulder to your right side wall or straight ahead, whatever's most comfortable in your neck. Slow, deep, even Ujjayi breath. Good. Bring the gaze back forward. Gently and slowly release out of your twist. And on an inhale, both arms up by the ears. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the side bodies. And on an exhale, twist to the left. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Good. Bring the gaze back forward. Nice and easy. Release out of your twist. And we'll take some cat-cow with our arms in cactus or like goalposts. So on an inhale, we draw the shoulder blades together, draw the elbows back, chin lifts, arch the back. And on an exhale, bring the forearms any amount toward together, chin drops, the spine rounds, the belly scooped out, and that's our flow. Inhale, arch for cow pose. Exhale, scoop out the belly, round the back for cat pose. Flow at your pace with your Ujjayi breath. Good. One more round. And come on, back to our neutral. And we're going to hold on to the seat of the chair, and we're just going to lift one knee at a time. So inhale, knee lifts. Exhale, knee lowers. Lift it high, lift it a little, it doesn't matter. You do what feels best in your body. If you want to go faster with this, go faster. If you want to go slower, go slower. You do you. Just make sure you're keeping the low belly drawn in, spine long and straight. One more lift to each knee. And relax. So we're going to come into a little resting pose in a forward fold. So options are to bring the elbows to the knees and let the head hang heavy. Or the hands can travel down the shins and the torso rests on the thighs. Or if you have your block handy, you can bring the earth up closer to you by using your block. But wherever you are, let the head hang heavy. And let everything soften and relax. Connect with your Ujjayi breath. Good, nice and easy. If the torso's on the thighs, go ahead and bring the elbows up to the knees. And we'll come up nice and slow, back up to a seated position. And again, we're going to hold on to the seat of our chair. And just like we did before, except this time we're going to lift straight leg and down. Lift straight leg and down. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Move at your pace, alternating right and left leg. Keep the spine straight, belly in. One more with each leg. Inhale. Inhale. Relax. Bounce the legs a little bit. We're going to inhale both arms up over the head. We're going to interlace the fingers. We're going to lift the side body. So maybe you wiggle a little side to side to bring as much length into the spine and the side body as you can. We're going to draw the belly in, and on an exhale, any amount of back bend here. And we're going to hold the back bend and breathe. Keep the belly in to support the spine. Ujjayi breathing. Good. Lift it back up and release the arms down. We're going to come on up to stand, and we're going to face the back of our chair. So we're going to do a little downward facing dog with the chair for support. So the hands are on the chair. We walk the feet back till the spine is as long and straight as it can possibly be. You can bring as much bend into the knees here as feels comfortable for the backs of your legs. Maybe you work the legs toward straight, maybe not. We're more concerned with the length in the spine. And the heart just kind of hangs heavy. Breathe into the spine. Imagine creating more space in between each vertebrae. Good, nice and slow, lift it up. We're going to walk the feet a little bit closer, and we're going to get into a tricep stretch. So we're going to bring the elbows to the back of the chair. The hands come together, and it's similar to the down dog. So we're letting the heart hang heavy, feeling the stretch in the shoulders and the tricep, and hang out here and breathe your Ujjayi breath. Good, nice and easy. Release out. Come on, back up to stand. And we are going to stand to the side of our chair. And we're going to okay, so my right hip is closest to the chair. And I'm going to inhale the left arm up by the left ear. I'm going to hold on to the chair with my right hand. And we're going to take a side bend over toward the chair or to the right. Keep that left heel rooted down into the earth, bringing a side stretch all the way through the left side of the body. Good. Inhale it back up. Release the left arm. And while we're here, we're going to take tree pose. So we're going to hold on to the chair with the right hand. We're going to root down through the four corners of the right foot. So that's your big toe mound, little toe mound, inner and outer heel. Imagine roots growing from those four spots into the earth. I invite you to find a little something still on the ground a few feet in front of you to focus your gaze on to help with your balance. And then we're going to kick the left knee out to the left, and the left foot sort of rests on the right leg, similar to a kickstand. If you're struggling with balance today or any day, this is a perfect spot to stay in. And then you can kind of play with your balance by removing the right hand. If you want more challenge, bring the sole of the left foot to the right calf. And then you can play with your balance here. Maybe you just lighten the grip on the chair. If you still want more, you can bring the sole of the left foot up to the right thigh. No version of tree pose is any better than the other. You do whichever version of tree pose works for you. That does challenge your balance a little bit. If you fall out of tree pose, that means you're human. That's normal. You just get back in, focus on your spot on the earth in front of you. Tree pose is great to help with our focus, letting go of all the other thoughts that might be happening when we're trying to stay upright. Great. Keep at it. Good. Bring the right hand back to the chair. Release the left foot from wherever it is. And relax it back down. Maybe shake out the standing leg, your right leg. And we'll switch sides. So now the left hip is closest to the chair. The feet are just about hip width distance apart. We're going to inhale the right arm up by the right ear and take a side bend over to the left. Rooting down through that right foot, connecting with your Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, lift it back up, release the right arm, and we'll take tree pose now on the left. So again, imagine those roots growing down through your floor. Find your spot to stare at. We call that a drishti. And we'll kick the right knee out, remembering your options. Kickstand, calf, or thigh. We just want to avoid the knee. We don't ever want this right foot to press on the left knee. Your knee doesn't like that. So kickstand, calf, or thigh, your choice. They're all beautiful trees. Play with your balance. If you want to let go, great. If you don't, don't. You can also practice this against the wall with your back up against the wall to provide a little additional support. Ujjayi breath to aid your focus even more. Wobbles and wiggles and falling out of the pose are normal. Just get yourself right back in. That's why we call it a practice. And there's always a noticeable difference for me anyway between one side and the other. That's okay. Good. Left hand returns to the chair. Release the right foot from wherever it is. Lower it down and shake out the left leg. Nice. Let's go ahead and come back to seated. And bring your hands to your low belly. So we're just going to flex those belly muscles. I don't know if you guys, when you were kids, if you ever flexed your muscles and then you'd have somebody punch you a little bit in the belly. Nobody's punching today. That's very un-yoga-like. But we're just going to flex and relax those abdominal muscles. But we're going to keep with the breath. If Ujjayi breath isn't working for you, don't worry about it. Just breathe normally. But we're going to flex the abdominal muscles till they're as tight as they can be and keep breathing. Good. Relax it all. Maybe you don't need your hands on the belly. Good. Flex the abdominal muscles and hold it. Breathe. So it's almost like you're pushing the belly out to contract all those muscles. And relax it all. 2 more. Flex the abdominals and hold and breathe. And relax. Last last time. Flex those abdominals, hold it, and breathe. This is actually a really good pose when you have low back pain. It can really help to strengthen the abdominals and the low back muscles to protect it. Good. Go ahead and relax. All right, so we're going to bring the hands just kind of to the back of our ears, the fingertips to the back of the ears, ankles under the knees, and we're just going to make some big circles with our body. We're going to keep the abdominals drawn in towards the spine, and we're going to go to the right, forward, left, and back up. So just any kind of big or small circles with the torso, but we're trying to keep the length in the spine. This is working all the muscles around the waist and belly. Keep 2 more. Good. So we're back upright, and we're going to circle the other way to get ourselves undizzy. So now we go to the left, down, forward, right, and up. Two more. Come back up, relax the arms, shake them out a little bit. A little more core work. So we're working our core today. So we're going to hold on to the seat of the chair. Maybe you scoot back a little bit more. Maybe you even hold on more toward the back of the chair, but just like we lifted one knee at a time before, we're going to play with lifting both knees. If you're like, that ain't working for me, just go ahead and lift one knee at a time like we did before. But if you're coming in with me, we're going to take a breath in, and on an exhale, both knees lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, both knees lift. Inhale, release. Two more. Good. Go ahead and release. And let's cross the right ankle over the left knee or the right ankle over the left ankle for figure 4. Wherever you are, flex the right foot, lengthen the spine, a little gentle pressure down on that right knee. Good, then we're going to bring the hands to the back of the chair, and we're just going to lean the torso forward any amount. So maybe the arms stay bent, maybe they're straight, and the chair is supporting the lean forward. Keep the crown of the head reaching towards your front wall. Right foot staying flexed, and you're connecting with your Ujjayi breath. Getting into that right hip. Good. Go ahead and pull the torso back upright. The left hand's going to come to the seat of the chair. Right hand reaches up by the right ear. And we're going to take a side bend over to the left. Keep your right foot flexed, right shoulder drawn back. Breathing into the right ribs. Good. Lift it back up. Release the right hand. And release the right foot. Bounce the legs a little bit. And we'll take that on the other side. So left ankle crosses the right ankle, or left ankle comes up to the right knee. Left foot is flexed. Maybe a little gentle pressure down on the left knee to wake up the left hip. Slow, deep, even Ujjayi breath. Stay there, or the hands come back to the back of the chair and we lean forward any amount, crown of the head reaching forward, spine long and straight, shoulder blades drawn together, left foot flexed, and breathe. Good. Pull the torso back upright. Release the hands. Right hand comes to the seat of the chair. Left arm comes up by the left ear. And we take a side bend over to the right and breathe. Maybe call to mind your intention or your dedication. Gently lift it all back up. Release the left arm. And uncross the left leg and give yourself a little bounce. All right, so same hand position as we did before. So the fingertips are just coming to the backs of the ears. Lengthen the spine, draw the belly in, and we're just going to take some side bends, side to side. Inhale as you rise, exhale as you bend. One more to each side. Good. Come on up. Relax the hands. And we're going to reach the arms straight out to the side. And we're going to keep the hips rooted in the chair, but we're going to lean over to the right. So we're reaching for that right side wall. Inhale back through center. Exhale, reach for the left side wall. Inhale through center. Exhale, reach right. Keep those hips planted on your chair. One more to each side. Good. Come on up. Relax the arms, shake them out. And we're going to take another forward fold. So you can repeat how we did it before with the knees bent and find your forward fold. Or you can take the legs out straight in front of you. Heels touching the earth, toes flexed. And maybe you find a forward fold here over the legs. You do whatever works best for you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Let the head hang heavy wherever you are. Ujjayi breath. Maybe calling to mind again your intention or your dedication. Let everything be soft. If your legs are straight, go ahead and re-bend them. Elbows to the knees, coming up nice and slow. Back up, right. All right, so come to the edge of your chair if you're not there already. And we're going to do some, they're kind of like sit-ups, I guess, in our chair. So again, we're going to bring the fingertips to the back of our ears. Spine long and straight, low belly drawn in. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, lean back with a straight spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean back. You can always use the hands for support if that feels better for you. You do what works in your body. Exhale back, inhale up. We're getting quite the ab workout today. All aspects of the ab, front, back, sides. Maybe you lean back a lot, maybe you lean back a little. It's your choice, it's your practice. One more. Good. Relax the arms. Take a minute. And then we're going to go forward in the same way. So again, hands up by the ears, or they can hold on. You do what works. Take a breath in. On an exhale, we're going to tilt forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, back up. One more. Good. Come on up and relax. All right, so I asked you to grab a strap at the beginning of class. If you didn't get one, any kind of strap or a belt or a towel. So maybe scooch back just a little bit in your chair. We're going to stretch out the hamstrings. So put the strap around the ball of your right foot. And then play with extending the right leg towards straight. Shoulders are down and back, spine long and straight. Breathing into the back of that right leg. That right knee can stay bent. As long as you're feeling some stretch and sensation in the back of the right leg, you're doing it perfectly. Connect with your Ujjayi breath. Grab both ends of your strap with your right hand. Extend your left arm straight out to the left. And we're going to slowly and carefully open that right leg out to the right, any amount. Keeping the spine upright so we're not tilting one way or the other. Shoulders over the hips. And breathing. Good. On your next inhale, bring the right leg back forward. Maybe you lift it up a centimeter higher, maybe not. Good. Bend the right knee, nice and easy. Release it out. Notice the difference between how the right leg feels and the left leg feels after that deep stretch of the hamstring on the right leg. And then we'll even it out with the left leg. So put your strap around the ball of the left foot And then extend that left leg any amount towards straight, lengthen the spine. You can lean on the back of the chair if you want. Breathe into the back of that left leg with your Ujjayi breath. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Good. Go ahead and grab both ends of the strap with your left hand. Right arm reaches out. And slowly open that left leg out to the left. Keep the length of the spine so we're not rounding the spine here. And we're breathing. Nice and easy. Bring the left leg back forward. Maybe lift that left leg a little bit higher, maybe not. And bend the left knee. Release your strap and set it to the side. And we'll settle in for the most important pose in yoga, which is Shavasana. So all that movement, stretching, breath work, and centering are what is necessary to open ourselves up, both our body and our mind, for whatever we might receive in our meditation today. So options are to sit with your back supported in your chair with the gaze lowered. You can lie down on your back on the floor. Or if you're at your desk, you can rest your head on your hands or your forearms. So just take a minute to make any final wiggles, movements, or adjustments. And then allow the body and the mind to settle into stillness. Allowing the effects of the class to integrate into the body. You can let go of that Ujjayi breath and just breathe naturally. And I have a short poem called As I Begin to Love Myself by Charlie Chaplin, of all people. As I began to love myself, I found that anguish and emotional suffering are only warning signs that I was living against my own truth. Today, I know this is authenticity. As I began to love myself, I understood how much it can offend somebody as I try to force my desires on this person, even though I knew the time was not right and the person was not ready for it, and even though this person was me. Today, I call it respect. As I began to love myself, I stopped craving for a different life, and I could see that everything that surrounded me was inviting me to grow. Today, I call it maturity. As I began to love myself, I understood that at any circumstance, I am in the right place at the right time, and everything happens at exactly the right moment. So I could be calm. Today I call it self-confidence. As I began to love myself, I quit stealing my own time, and I stopped designing huge projects for the future. Today I only do what brings me joy and happiness, things I love to do and that make my heart cheer, And I do them in my own way and in my own rhythm. Today I call it simplicity. As I began to love myself, I freed myself of anything that is no good for my health. Food, people, things, situations, and everything that drew me down and away from myself. At first, I called this attitude a healthy egoism. Today, I know it is love of oneself. As I began to love myself, I quit trying to always be right, and ever since I was wrong less of the time. Today, I discovered that is modesty. As I began to love myself, I refused to go on living in the past and worry about the future. Now I only live for the moment where everything is happening. Today I live each day, day by day, and I call it fulfillment. As I began to love myself, I recognized that my mind can disturb me and it can make me sick. But as I connected it to my heart, my mind became a valuable ally. Today I call this connection wisdom of the heart. We no longer need to fear arguments, confrontations, or any kind of problems with ourselves or others. Even stars collide, and out of their crashing, new worlds are born. Today I know that is life. We'll have just a couple minutes of silence, and then I will cue you out. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring some small movements to your fingers and to your toes, just gently bringing yourself back to this space. And on an inhale, reach the arms up by the ears, the legs out in front. Give yourself a big reach in both directions, a full body stretch like you're just waking up. And relax it all down. If you're on the floor, go ahead and come on up to an easy seated position. And once there, we'll all press the palms together in front of our heart center as our gesture of offering the merits of this class to all those whose lives we touch. Call to mind again your intention or your dedication. Noticing by scanning the body how your body feels now as compared to how it felt at the beginning of class. Has anything shifted, changed? Again, noticing without judgment or expectation. Thank yourself for showing up on your chair today. My soul honors your soul. I commend the place in you where the Spirit resides. I admire the place in you that is of love, light, truth, and peace, because it's also within me. And in sharing these things, we are united. We are one. Namaste. Great job. Hope you're all feeling okay, and I will see you next time.